We started, yes? He delivers to the leg, here, comes back, delivers to the body. Got it? So it's light and controlled. We're going to go very slow with this for your safety. Okay? As he goes low now, the person receiving the kick will also practice some basic blocking and limb destruction type stuff. So as he comes low, we're going to come here. So I want to be careful that it's not so much just retreating, where he just kicks my lower leg hard, boom, this way. But I'm kind of pointing this at him. You feel that? That was good. Okay, pointing that knee at him. If it's low on the foot, boom, with the potential to break bones and the foot is there. Low shin, if you've ever seen any kickboxing or MMA, occasionally you see those lower bones break. What we're not doing is, slow please, keeping the leg flat this way. I'm actually externally rotating the hip a little bit, nice and easy, here. And the idea is, without, I want to be very careful, without falling forward, I want you to feel that you could less this, retreat, and more kind of in place so that you could come get it. So you're kind of standing your ground here, and then you could move in. Not that I'm asking you to right now, but I just don't want the feeling to be so much this as I lift the leg. It's more make sense? So to the low, we lift, momentary tsuru-ashi-dachi there. Boom. He goes to the body, and we're going to come this way. So again, we're turning one. Oh, good hit. We're going to go to the body. Here. So can I have maybe all of you guys maybe a little bit more on this side? So what I'm trying to get at is please watch the hips. I'm going to make my block very soft. Yes. Everyone see how I'm turning a bit? So I'm kind of turning in this way. So kind of a get out of here, but I don't want to get my arm just broken here. So I'm turning my hip here, this way. Got it? Those things could be combined if I wasn't sure what level he's coming to, where we're throwing all of them at the same time. But for now, we'll go low, here, to the body, this way, because eventually we're going to grab and take him out. Okay? 1, 2. So you're kind of rotating in. 1, 2. Have this covering your jaw, just in case. Got it? Yes?
The right hand, when you're coming in, is it kind of framing, or you're kind of like leading with the elbow a little bit?
I'm not trying to strike him with the elbow, okay, but I am framing pretty solidly at that moment. Okay, but without overextending, where we're kind of doing body coming out, more turning into it with the idea that I could. Stuff is coming. So this is we kind of hit the pause button on the John Wick fight scene.
Yep.
But that's not the that's not it. It's not just boom, and there's going to be more. But in the interim, I want to be able to keep myself covered. And there's a bit of also not staying at the end range of the technique, where even here now, you're kind of moving beyond it and turning into it a little bit. Okay? There's more than one way to deal with kicks, so this isn't the one and only and true way. So there's different strategies, but so low here, a little bit higher in the body here. Questions? Yes, sir?
When he kicks low, you're blocking. Are you trying to block him more with your shin, or?
I'm blocking right, like high shin, very low knee. What I really am thinking about, and it doesn't always work out perfectly, but what I'm really thinking about is like my leg is a spear. So I try to create like a triangle-like shape, not just lift my leg and my shin and eat shin on shin. Okay? That can work if you've conditioned your shins and you know. and then you're 44 and you can't walk anymore. But in the meantime, in your 20s, you can take kicks to the legs all day. But it's more real slow. This way. That's the high, sorry. Boom. Okay, so very, very high, not low. And I also, again, don't want the leg to be flat. I'm really turning this way. So my knee is pointed this way. God, I'm almost ready to engage. Yes, please. The way we can think about it, is like if he threw a straight punch in my face, I could do like this, right? But I could also do like this. So it's more like that. So as opposed to flat leg here, which would be more the equivalent of like a boxer with big gloves just covering, this is more like I have no big gloves. So I'm trying to make a triangle so he runs into pointy stuff this way. Okay? And if it goes a little low, then it can slide. If it goes a little high, it slides. And it may make contact up here, but by that point the energy is a bit dissipated. It's kind of like when we do a high block, do you know what I'm saying? And like I hit, but things tend to, by the time I hit his body, there's no juice behind it anymore. It's kind of lost its oomph. Okay. Any other questions? Again, slow down. That one, you'll learn it in one breath. I would be very cautious with the amount of power you throw into that, okay? Because if it aligns well, it doesn't need to be very powerful for you to feel the effects of that. So you putting everything behind it is bad news. So very, very careful. Okay. Yes, sir? Yeah, both of them? Okay. So here. Low. And again, when you low again, not this. Not so much retreat. Not so much just fall forward. Find kind of the Goldilocks zone. Here. Boom. So throw leg again. And this way. Understand that this side of the body is very likely to start engaging in a moment. Yep. Here. So think like if you were walking here. I could go like a low walk this way, right? But as an insurance policy, I'm going to cover my face because it could come high, and the legs are super duper powerful, so this may not be enough. So I turn my hips into it. Okay, like I have a shield. Boom. Yes. It does. It does. So whatever side he's kicking, that mirror side will be the arm that's down. Okay. So if he, like for example, threw it straight to my head afterwards, so say in the body, boom, boom, you should have stuff here ready to disengage the body. Right. We should be ready to go out there. Remember, if they're not successful with the first strike or the second strike, they're going to keep coming. You know what I mean? With strikes, with grips, with headlocks. So I can't go, ha-ha! Boom! You know, like, okay, that was great, but, you know, you better be ready to keep on going. Okay? So even if the sequence of practice ends there, in your mind's eye as a martial artist, if there was not a definitive finish, like the last one we swept and we finished, right? Then in this series, boom, body, boom, there wasn't a definitive finish. So Sensei said stop here, but that wouldn't be the end of the fight. So I have to kind of keep that in mind that there probably is going to be more. All right? I train.